What if I told you that the very essence of who you are might not be confined to your brain? Imagine standing on the edge of a vast ocean, each wave representing a thought, an emotion, or a memory. You know they are all part of you, yet where do they come from? Where is this elusive self located? As we dive into the depths of consciousness, we will unravel not just where it resides, but what it truly means to be aware. Join me as we navigate this uncharted territory. Consider the case of Phineas Gage. In 1848, he survived a horrific accident when an iron rod pierced his skull, damaging his frontal lobes. Remarkably, he lived but underwent a dramatic personality change. This incident illustrates how specific brain regions are linked to aspects of consciousness and identity. It raises questions about whether our consciousness is tied solely to our physical brains or if there exists something more profound at play. Oliver Sacks, The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat, explores various neurological disorders and their implications for understanding consciousness and identity. Each story within this collection serves as a window into the complexities of human experience. For instance, Sacks recounts the life of a man who could no longer recognize faces, a condition known as prosopagnosia. This man's struggle highlights how intertwined our identities are with our perceptions and memories. Susan Blackmore's Consciousness, an introduction, provides an overview of theories on consciousness, including the relationship between brain function and self-awareness. These works compel us to question, are we merely products of our neural wiring? Here's an unexpected insight. Consciousness may not be localized in one area of the brain. Research suggests that it arises from complex interactions across multiple brain regions rather than being confined to a single location. This challenges the traditional view that specific areas control distinct aspects of conscious experience. It invites us to consider consciousness as an emergent property, something greater than the sum of its parts. Neuroscientific studies indicate that the human brain contains approximately 86 billion neurons, interconnected by trillions of synapses. This vast network raises profound questions about free will and personal identity. When our thoughts and actions are products of neural activity, what does it mean to be conscious or self-aware? Are we simply puppets dancing on strings pulled by biochemical reactions? We often assume that consciousness resides strictly within our brains, confined to neural pathways and synapses. But what if we consider the idea that consciousness is not just a byproduct of brain activity, but rather an expansive field much like radio waves? Imagine if every thought, feeling, and experience is not isolated within us, but instead part of a larger cosmic network connecting all living beings. This perspective invites us to rethink our connection to each other and the universe itself, a web woven with threads unseen yet palpably felt in moments of empathy or shared joy. If consciousness is like a vast ocean, then where do we find its shores? Are we merely drifting on the surface, or are we ready to dive deep into the depths of our own mind? Imagine if every choice you made was influenced by unseen forces beyond your comprehension. Forces shaped by culture, environment, genetics, even cosmic alignments at birth. How does that shape your understanding of freedom? Does true autonomy exist when so many variables influence your decisions? Share your thoughts below. As we explore these ideas further, let us reflect on how they resonate with our daily lives. The choices we make in relationships or careers often feel deeply personal, yet can also seem dictated by external circumstances beyond our control. Consider mindfulness practices such as meditation, which encourage individuals to observe their thoughts without judgment. This practice is rooted in ancient traditions, yet validated by modern neuroscience, showing changes in brain structure associated with regular meditation practice. This intersection between ancient wisdom and contemporary science reveals something extraordinary. The potential for growth lies within each moment spent in awareness. It beckons us to a deeper understanding, not only about ourselves, but also about how interconnected we truly are. In conclusion, I urge you to ponder these questions deeply. What does it mean for you personally when considering your place within this intricate tapestry called life? How can embracing this broader perspective enhance your relationships with others? You have felt it, have you not? Quiet pull towards something vast and eternal beckoning from beyond yourself. Perhaps now is time for action. What will you do with this knowledge? Will you step forward into exploration or remain adrift upon familiar shores?